Lost Too. Welcome back to my channel. This is Jamie with Stitching and Wishing with Little Dog. I've started calling her Not So Little Dog. She's getting a little hefty. But she needed some cuddles this morning, so who am I to say no to that? It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and then we will move into 2021. And I told you that I was going to try to come back this week and do my Wipgo video, so that's what I'm here for. So last week was Christmas. We had a good day. We stayed home. I spent some time downstairs with my husband watching the new Wonder Woman movie. I made a dinner. We exchanged a couple little gifts, nothing significant, and just had some quiet time at home. I did some stitching, and on Sunday I finished part behind it. The 2020 ornament from Heart and Hand. Oh by gosh. I stitched this on 32 count vintage country mocha with the call for DMC, and I love how it turned out. So I will hopefully get it FFO'd before next Christmas. It gives me a whole year, so we'll see how that goes. So on my Wipgo board, which I have taped in the back of my 2021 planner, I have 22 projects. There's 24 spaces, so the extra spaces I have just added in work on anything from my board. So that's my plans. I really tried to keep it, I wanted it below 20, but I had a hard time narrowing down my widths, so I ended up with 22, because as I started to go through these things, I realized that I really want all of them to be done, and I don't know if any of them will get done this year, but at least Wipgo will give me some motivation to hopefully make some progress on them, because I'm generally one of those stitchers where if I can get it halfway done, it generally motivates me to keep going on something. So we'll see how it goes. I have everything in project bags, so there will be a little bit of shuffling and some unzipping, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold you and do that. So you go lay down on your bed. Go lay down. Okay. Every once in a while she just wants cuddles, which is fine, but it's usually when I'm trying to take a phone call for work. First up, we have Stone Street Stitch Works, Where Liberty Dwells. And this is my current project progress. I'm stitching this on 32 count vintage country mocha with threads from Stash, and I was stitching it 1/1. I don't know why I started that 1/1, but I did. One of the blanks on my board just says Prairie Schooler, so I have pulled the 2020 Santa that I showed you in my last video, and that's likely what I will work on, but if by chance I have this done before that gets called, I'll pick another Prairie Schooler. I've got tons of Prairie Schooler charts, so I'll pick that. From Teresa Kogut, Hope for the World. This was a Stitch Mania start this year, and this was my progress. Stitching this on 32 count vintage country mocha that I coffee tea dyed with, I believe, threads from Stash. I don't think I was using the call for. I just saw that one finished a couple days ago by someone, and it's beautiful, and I would really like to see it done. Next we have my 2020 birthday start, just Blackbird's Designs The Seasons. I had started with summer, this was my progress on that. I'm stitching this on 32 count parchment from Wipgo Dye Works with mostly called for colors, some substitutions that were made by the LNS that I ordered it from. Next, I think this was a Stitch Mania start as well. Teresa Kogut's Pet All the Dogs. And I have very few stitches on it. Part of the border. I don't know what this fabric is. It's a 40 count. It's kind of a light bluish gray. I'm gonna guess it was probably a color in cotton. But I don't have the tag for it, so it's a guess. Next, from Luminous Fiber Arts, Liberty Quaker. I am stitching this on the called for fabric, which is a 32 count Snow Day from Luminous Fiber Arts. I don't know if you can see the white stitches. With all the called for threads. I have ordered them all at the same time from Misty. Next, from the Scarlet House Morning Walk. I think this was a Stitch Mania, but I don't know if it's 2020 or 2019. And that's all I had done. This is a 40 count. It's kind of a like peachy color. And I think I'm using the called for threads on this. Yes, that's what it looks like anyway. Next, these are in no random order, so. Summer at Cherry Hill from With Thy Needle and Thread. Stitch on 40 count Sea Castle from Silk Weaver. That was my progress. This was a Stitch Mania start. Stitched with threads from Stash. Another With Thy Needle and Thread Candy Cane Lane. I think this is 32 count light mocha linen. And I believe I'm stitching that from Stash. I think I was just using some color and cotton threads with that one. And I don't know. So my Wipgo goal that I put on my board was 10 days on each of these. Whether or not I make it a full 10 days is still to be determined. But 10 days I felt like would give me some progress on them. Shakespeare's Peddler, A Weary World. Every time I see this one finished, I fall more in love with it. This is my progress. Just a little of the border. I'm stitching this on 40 count soft porcelain from Luminous Fiber Arts. And I think there's a DMC in there, so I don't know if that's called for or just I pulled something that seemed like it would work. It's probably called for. This was a restart last month. Plum Street Sampler Cinnamon Stars. I didn't like the fabric that I originally started this on, so I restarted it on 32 count Vintage Country Mocha and with called for floss. So not a lot of progress, but I'm liking this fabric a lot better. Vintage Country Mocha, if you can't tell, is one of my favorites, and I have a lot of it, so I feel like at one time I think I ordered a yard of it. So this is another Plum Street, the Red Cottage I'm not sure what this fabric is. It's 32 count. And I'm using threads from Stash. This is one, if I can get that house done in 10 days, it would be finished pretty quick. So maybe that will be a finish this year. That would be nice. Just to get some things done. Get my project bags and my threads back out of some of these projects. Another plum straight. Pomegranate Santa. This is my progress. I'm stitching this on 32 counts Picture This Plus Mystic. It's a very pretty blue with, I think, the called for floss. I think I had intended that if the called for wouldn't work on that fabric, then I'd make substitutions as I need it. Next is the series. I think it's 8 parts. Excuse me. From Summer House Stitch Works, the Fragments in Time, the 2020. I don't remember when I started these. It might have been after Market or something when they first came out. I'm stitching them all on one piece of fabric on 40 count color and cotton driftwood. And this was my progress. I think the first block is Harmony. So 10 days, maybe I could get a block finished. More would be ideal, but one block would make me pretty happy. I do like those all done individually, but somewhere, maybe it was on Summer House's Instagram or something, that I saw it completed as one, and I loved it. I love this one too. Heartstring Samplery, Icy Trees of Grain. I'm sorry, I don't have a colored picture of it. I think this is a 40 count Sandcastle from Silk Weaver too. I just have a little bit of the border done. I am stitching this with threads from Stash. Using up some of my thread collection. Okay. Next, another plum straight. I have a lot of plum straights in here. Gathering Honey. This was a 2020 Stitch Mania start, I believe. And this is all I had done. Stitching this on 40 count color and cotton toasted coconut with threads from Stash. I'm trying to do better about recording what fabric and things that I am using. Oh, I don't have a color page. I'll see if I can insert a picture here. This is Lindy Stitch's Beautiful Things. I'm not even sure you can call it a whip because I have half a petal. This is her pattern that has a big blue flower and a bird and a poem on it. This is 40 count, maybe a 36 count. I think it's 40 count. Color and cotton soft apricot. And I think I was started pull the called for DNC for that one. Another one. Every time I see it done, I want to pull it out and stitch on it. So let's hopefully make some progress on it. Ink Circles Dog Declarations. Stitching this on 40 count or 36 count. Picture This Plus Tycho. That's what I have. So I started in the middle on this one. So I have this dog and the start of these squirrels. So a lot more to do on dog declarations. So probably not a 2021 finish, but a little bit of progress is all I am looking for this year. Finishes are just the cherry on top. Another Stitch Mania start. Heartstring samplery. The Stitching Life. I'm stitching this on 32 count Earthen Lugana with threads from Stash, and I was stitching it 1/1. I don't know why. Something about Mania this year, I wanted to stitch everything on either 40 count or 1/1. Kind of regretting it, but we'll see. Either I'll keep up with that or I will start over. Lizzie Kate Halloween Rules. I want to do all of them. I have all of them here. Stitching this on 32 count light mocha, and I had just started the topper. So this is one of those where I wanted to get the topper done and then try to do 1 block a month. I don't know. We'll see when it gets called, or if I just pull it out at another random time. I have 2 more, and these are actually my 2 projects for January, because the first Wipgo numbers were called last week, and this is what was called from With Thy Needle and Thread, so I'm not taking them out of the package. Summer Schoolhouse. This is a 4-part series. That I have all upside down. So they all together. That would have been easier. I was stitching this on 46 count Color and Cotton Sandstone, and that's what I have done. I think it goes like this. So it is this first block, part of one of the flowers. So that will be a January project, and we'll see how far I get. I'm going to try to do an update maybe the 1st of February and see how far I get on these. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do an update sooner, who knows. Next is another series, a 9-part series from Little House Needleworks, the Farmhouse Christmas. I'd like to stitch these all as one piece. Stitching them on 32 count light mocha. The first one, I have the roof of the barn done. I restarted this because I had started it on some different fabric, and I realized if I was going to stitch them all at one, I didn't have enough fabric. I'd left way too big of a border, and there was no way all 9 of them were going to fit. So we'll see how far we get with that in January. I am also going to do the Lindy Stitches Style, which I showed you last time. What did she call it? Funky Menagerie? I need to look. Oh, it's literally right in front of me. I could just read it. Funky Menagerie. I think it goes like this. I think she's releasing that on December 31st, but I'm going to start it on January 1st. I told you that I was going to start for New Year's from Hello from Liz Matthews World and Langsyne. I pulled fabric for this the other day, and I went ahead and started it. So I have 1 word stitched. I'm stitching this with, this is 40 count vintage white with Color and Cotton Midnight which it looks black, but it's a dark navy, and it looks really pretty. So my plans are to stitch on that tonight once I get done working, and I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm taking a vacation day, and then Friday is a holiday for us, so I will have a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna try to take the outdoor Christmas decorations down tonight too, because it is supposed to rain for the next couple days. Looks like we could have some pretty significant storms pass through. So my plans are just, I'll get the outdoor decorations taken down today, stitch, maybe take my Christmas tree down on Friday, but other than that, stitch. I need to do some laundry and little house chores like that, but otherwise I have no plans. I am not going out anywhere. So it should be a pretty quiet New Year's, and I do like to stay up till midnight on New Year's Eve, and I'm usually watching a TV show or a movie or something, and then if I remember, I'll flip over and watch the ball drop in Times Square, which should be pretty interesting this year since they'll have no crowds like they usually do. But hopefully you all will have a very, very safe New Year. Stay home if you can. If you decide to go out, wear your mask. But I mean, the way things are going, please stay home. Other than that, I'm looking forward to 2021. I am not a person that makes resolutions, but I don't plan on making any sort of resolutions this year. I'm gonna keep up with things that I had started this past year. I joined a walking club, and so I'm going to continue to walk with them. It's virtual walks. There's another 5K planned for January 17th, 15th or 17th. It's one of those Saturdays in the middle of January. So I'll be doing that. I've signed up for that. But other than that, things pretty much won't change around here. I don't have any jobs scheduled at this moment that's gonna take me out of town. Kind of hope something will pop up because I need some work at the moment. Things are a little quiet around our office, so hopefully work will pick up a little bit in the new year. But until then, I'm just going to be home and hopefully get some stitching done, make some progress on these whips. And until next time, have a happy and safe New Year's, and I will see you in 2020.